Whoop, whoop, what's up, y'all? We're here, we're hanging, we're chilling. It's hump day, it's dynamite night. How y'all doing? Giggity, giggity. See, we got Lab Rat in the house with us. Yeet, yeet. Good to see you, pal. Bearcats in the house. How many bells tonight? What's your guess? Let's hear it. Whoop, whoop. Yo, what's up, Radio McRadio Face? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop. Dude, I will give AEW credit for this. These vignettes they're doing to open the show with John Moxley and the BCC. These are actually pretty good. I like these. Only problem is, they're still called the BCC, which makes no fucking sense because William Regal ain't with the company anymore. Yeah, pal. Not such a warm welcome for the AEW World Champion. Have a huge night of action, including these two matches, a ladder war for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Yo, what's up, Gruss 512? Whoop whoop. Yeah, they do need a new name. I mean, because they were called the Blackpool Combat Club because William Regal was their their mentor and sensei. He's not even with the company anymore. So what connection do they have to Blackpool? Not much, pal. We hanging, we chilling. It's hump day, dynamite night. Whoop, whoop. Retribution 2.0. That works. I'm with that. If you remember, that's not even slow different to madness for Hangman Page. Yeah, better version. Definitely a better version. The new Global Force Wrestling. I don't know. I think Jeff Jarrett's kind of in the place where he's the respected, lovable veteran you don't really want to boo, so I don't think they'll turn him heel. Just a second of your time here. You lost to Jay White at Wrestle Dream. However, I do think he could pull it off. If they did go that way, I think Jeff could pull it off. What's up, Nelson Kelso? Good to see you, pal. Whoop whoop. Happy hump day. Tony's always getting bullied. Last week. Oh, nice, Scott. Very nice. Floor seats both nights, and pal. Hope it's a good show. And a few weeks ago. He's all over me. Hit the shot from behind. Page got completely unawares. All right, at least like the way they built this segment made sense. Like this was a good opening segment. All right, so Bang Bang Gang has clearly turned babyface. You can't hide. Real soon. And if that doesn't work for you, if you do that, we got 2 hours for you. Well, switch players. You know what? I'll say this for AEW promos. Even though I hate a lot of the verbiage and how it's like basic, simple wrestling shit, when guys like Jay White deliver it, at least like they put something behind it and try to make you believe. Being called an AEW original. So the best way I know get me Sammy Guevara, pal. Is to make sure every get me Panda Guy, pal. Whoop, whoop. And MVP is absolutely right about that. If you're good at something, never do it for free. Been a while since you've seen Sammy, pal. We're at 1 belt, pal. I'm with you on that radio, make radio face, but I think with Shelton Benjamin, I think him being who he is, being in a spot that he is, I really think it's kind of more of a thing of he won't really get lost, but rather stand out. Because he's Shelton Benjamin. Like, I remember that one time he wrestled Triple H on Raw in 2004, and like I'm watching the way the match is being like the way like the match is being built to throughout the night, and then the match happens, and they're building throughout the match. I'm going, holy shit, Shelton's going over. He's going to go over. Sure enough, Shelton Benjamin goes over. Yeah, that like that as an idea was not bad. It just kind of was poorly executed and went more than wore out as welcome. Going unfettered. Both men very early feeling out contest. Well, as I say that, Shelton lands a swift knee to the midsection and no. Damn, pal. Close to 10 grand to sit in a suite and meet the Undertaker. Damn. But hey, that's working, pal. Oh yeah, I have no doubt Shelton will be fine with whatever happens to him. That dude's a fantastic performer. He's charismatic. He has all the tools. He can do whatever you need him to do. He's charismatic and talented. Like Shelton will be fine with whatever ends up whatever happens to him. He can adapt to it. He's good. Yeah, I agree with you. Like everybody expects Lashley to show up, so they're at least slow burning it. In a weird way, yeah, this is kind of a weird way where AEW is kind of doing a decent slow burn. Like, Lashley's coming, but they're drawing it out as much as they can and doing it in a way that makes sense. I really do. He knows what it's like to be in the ring, and look at this. Sammy looking for the cutter. Shelton just too big, able to block it. Catches Shelton charging in. Oh, dude, that sounds like an awesome time too, Gruss. Yeah, it's kind of just like, yeah, whatever feels right by you, pal. Me personally, that WrestleMania party sounds way more fun than chilling with the Undertaker in a skybox. Like, yeah, while chilling with the Undertaker in a skybox is a moment, I personally think I'd have way more fun with a $10,000 WrestleMania party with a group of close personal friends and family, and we're just having a good time. That would be more valuable to me, in my opinion. Dude, that's a lot of WrestleManias, pal. And nice that you got to see him. Ah, okay. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, like the like overhead expenses, per diem, all that shit. Whoop whoop. Bo Dallas, pal. Oh, yeah, those WrestleManias could definitely see that. WrestleMania 17 was the first WrestleMania I ever saw on pay-per-view. And that will always hold a special place in my heart because that was such a fantastic one. Like pretty much every match hit and did exactly what it needed to do.
Sammy trying to cover up a little bit. We talked about the size difference, just a couple inches in height, but I think it's 60-pound
right
weight differential between them.
I mean, how, like, it's all about the experience. It's all about the experience, Lab Rat. Like, would you really kind of have, you know, more of a impersonal, informal one where that you pay for it just because, like, oh shit, I got to sit in the skybox and watch WrestleMania with the Undertaker, or you're spending 10 grand on a party with you and like 100 friends, and you're hanging out and watching WrestleMania and having a good time. Like, really, what's better?
Sammy's got plenty of courage, plenty of reserve.
Fremont Street in Vegas. Okay, I've never been to Vegas, but I will keep that destination in mind, pal. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop.
He's going to need to draw. Sammy's going to need to draw on everything that he used to become a 3-time TNT champion. But right now, Sammy just clutching the back of his head. Right now, you know what? Shelton can do anything he wants to Sammy right now. Part of me wonders if he's playing a little bit of possum. He's trying to let Shelton punch himself out. I don't think Shelton will punch himself out, let's say, but no, we were talking about during the picture-in-picture.
As far as like an actual wrestling match is gone, this hasn't been bad. I mean, yeah, there's kind of the no-selling super kick stuff that we're seeing right here. But other than that, like the match itself, okay, never mind. Color me shocked. Like, we're actually selling and registering the super kicks. At least to some degree. I mean, so far, ever since Sammy hit those super kicks, he's been in control of this match. So, which I got to believe that might have been Benjamin trying to compromising with him backstage as they're laying the match out.
Sammy Guevara trying to create some distance between himself and his aggressor. But Sammy Guevara, he feels so comfortable on the right here. Goes in. Shelton the sidestep, the waist block.
Oh, damn, nice. And never heard about that. I got to check that out, pal.
Shelton swinging a miss, Guevara.
Yeah, Dave and Buster's for a WrestleMania party. Why not, pal? That sounds like a fun time. Now, I mean, yeah, there's definitely some nitpicks I have with this match, but overall, this has been a good match. Both guys doing a fantastic job, and of course, Shelton Benjamin, being the well-trained veteran he is, carrying it. But here's just the main problem. This is not a TV match. This would be more suited as like a house show or pay-per-view blow-off match. Not a TV match where you're supposed to keep it short and advance characters, stories, and angles.
I think he could have pinned him right there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pal. Whoop, whoop. Ooh, that gives me an idea for Twitch later once this stream ends. Might pop in some OG SNES Mario Kart.
What an incredible time to be a part of AEW. Shelton Benjamin and MVP. We know that John Moxley has been crazy. Let's take a look once more.
I agree with Shelton Benjamin going over. Because it establishes Shelton Benjamin as like, a dominant, like you couldn't beat Shelton Benjamin. You need to give him wins to make him a threat. But with Sammy, here's what works though. With Sammy Guevara's character, if he like started thinking, okay, how can I turn this loss into a win to get my character even more over, then he could easily do that. You just have to follow the character and the story and build off of that. It's really not that difficult.
Last week, she lost that eliminator match to Anna Jay. And Anna Jay actually still has that championship match, but it seems like you're leaving the building. Oh, then what are you doing with this bag? Oh, this isn't fun. Anna Jay doesn't belong in the locker room with me. Then I thought.
Okay, yeah. Here's one of those, like, this is the perfect example of a good idea ruined by horrible execution. So you do the whole thing of Mariah May throwing Anna Jay's, gear, her bag out of the locker room. Anna Jay goes, "What the fuck?" and they start fighting. They get a few blows in, and all of a sudden Christopher Daniels is right there to break it up. Like, no, this fight should be going for a few minutes, going through the backstage area, going through a few rooms, and then, like, after like maybe 3-5 minutes, that's when Christopher Daniels shows up to break it up, because that's when he's finally informed and can get to the the scene of the crime and start restoring order.
People want to know why. Fans, we heard that Kyle Fletcher has something he wants to say here tonight.
Man, dude, in these days, you seem like you might have lucked out on that, pal, because if you did, like, 2 months from now, like 3 months from now, that 600 might be $1,000. Who knows? So, yeah, good for you, pal. I'm glad you got in early. Yeah, I know, right? Now, so, like, Daniel's, like, right there alongside Anna Jay, like, that's okay. Like, it's a good idea, but let's at least make it believable. Lab Rat, that's a fantastic idea. HMG Great American Smokeout. It'll get done in some form. It'll get done by somebody. I promise you it will get done. When, I don't know. By who, I don't know. But it will get done. All right, so let's see. 1 belt. I think 2 belts now. Is that Takashita who's in there with them? With the international title, it's had to be 2 belts. I can't really. Sorry, guys. I totally took my eye off the ball. I apologize.
The only person I am here to talk to
is Will Ospreay. It's been 11 days, Will, since I cost you your international championship. It has been 11 days that you have been laid up in a hospital bed with numbness tingling down. They said I was the next big thing. They said that I had the brightest future in professional wrestling. Yeah, man, get that shit early. Get that shit early. As soon as you know where it's at, get your room before the prices go up. Great advice, pal. The next big thing, they started calling me the next Will Ospreay. I wrestled like you. These inbred Americans even said I sounded like you. And I took every one of those comparisons as an insult. All right, I actually kind of like this promo. Like, this kind of does feel like there's a little bit of reality to it. Now, granted, does Kyle Fletcher clearly still need work? Yes. But as far as he seems like he's kind of growing. He's growing on the mic, and I like that. In 2021, when I joined the United Empire, you were the kingpin. You were the assassin. You had a killer instinct. However, it also helps that Kyle Fletcher has a master, a wrestling mastermind like Don Callis standing right behind him who can give him his cues and teach him, on the job. I'm not complaining about. That's a great thing. I'm actually happy that Kyle Fletcher has a Don Callis to coach and teach him. Like, that's actually great for Kyle Fletcher. He brought you into New Japan when you were young and full of potential. He became your mentor. He became your brother. And what did you do? You stabbed him in the back. Yeah, like, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Nothing like it. It just kind of like it just feels so douchey, you know? As the biggest foreigner in the company. But instead of being praised for that, dude, nice. Bill Kenny's shoes. So what did you do? You used the exact same yeah, pal. That I did to stab him in the head and drop him on his neck with a tiger driver. Are you starting to notice a pattern yet, Will? The reason I left was because I saw the writing on your shadow, because that's the lesson that you taught me. And that's when Don helped me realize something. That you never wanted me to achieve my full potential. You never wanted me to surpass you, because that's the kind of person that Will Ospreay is. Selfish. Here's one thing I've been noticing with AEW a lot recently. They do seem to be leaning a bit more into promos and talking than they had been before. Now, granted, they still have their long ass fucking matches and with ridiculous no selling spots, but there's been more emphasis than usual for them on promos and story developing.
In this ring next week. Doctor's orders. You will ignore Al and Harry begging you to stay home, begging you to get more MRIs to prove to these people that you give a damn about them.
Yeah, exactly. You want to come together with other human beings, connect, and share a similar experience. Wrestling just has to be the backdrop for that. 100% Lab Rat. Oh, dude, I have no doubt. Like, that had to be a great atmosphere, pal.
Never seen before. Like you.
Okay, like, this whole angle of Kyle Fletcher willingly shaving his own head to try to be as unlike Will Ospreay as possible, this screams Jeff Jarrett. I have no doubt that Jeff Jarrett was a huge factor pushing this angle. Like, dude, this is straight up like 80s, 90s Memphis, Nashville. Like, yeah, that to me, that smelled like it had Jeff Jarrett written all over it. I could be wrong. But like that whole thing just screamed 80s, 90s Tennessee for me, pal. Ha ha! Yeah, hopefully you get it, pal. Hopefully you get it. So far, no appearances from Don Stevens tonight. I'm very surprised about that. Of course, now that I said it, it's going to happen at some point. Whoop, whoop. Giggity. See, that's kind of a weird thing, like during some of these, where it's just like we're seeing the AEW Dynamite logo just kind of flashing along with the music. That's cool though, pal. See who's live right now on Twitch, just as a. Darkside Caster's live, pal. Whoop whoop. Well, I think the next WrestleMania actually is in Vegas. I think like 41. Let me go double check. I think it actually is in Vegas. One sec. Yep, WrestleMania 41, Allegiant Stadium in Paradise, Nevada. Basically a suburb of Las Vegas.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite and fans. This past weekend, the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita made the first defense of the AEW International Championship at the main event in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. But this was the scene after the event, a despicable display by Takeshita Takeshita, which led to Ricochet making a surprise appearance in Maple Leaf Pro, making it clear his instance for Takeshita far from over right now.
Yeah, and notice how in this they have Josh Alexander on camera for this, but they never mention, they never say his name or who he is.
I told everybody that I would be willing to show up anywhere to get my hands on Takeshita, and that's exactly what I did. But it's funny though, it keeps playing in my mind. Although he never pinned me to become champion, he has screwed me out of the international title.
Yeah, they definitely got their spots.
So here I am once again, Takeshita, calling you or really anybody else out because I'm the best. Please show up this Friday on Rampage and come. I'm out of this world. But remember, payback's a bitch.
Yeah, it is. But that's not why we're here. I know we have a tumultuous history, but I just want to say, hey, look, new company, new chapter, new beginnings.
Dude, if MVP coached and trained Ricochet on promos and talking, Ricochet could be an enormous star. He really could. I believe that.
Ricochet left with a lot to consider, and we're joined here at the desk by the perpetrator of some of those despicable actions. Don Calvin, before we get to Don, let's head to the regular debt rehab for Justin Roberts.
Yeah, it's very possible. I'll put it to you like this: 3 belts, pal. 3 belts. Living in St. Louis myself, we've tried to get WrestleMania here, but State Athletic Commission kind of put the kibosh on that.
He conducted a sneak attack on both of us. We both could have been injured, but he's going to pay the price because Takeshita is the best athlete in professional wrestling, and these two are the scariest tag team anyone's ever seen, and I'm going to go get a first row seat for it. Well, Don Callis mercifully leaving the announce desk, but
the thing with Mox and his group and MVP and his group, I think those are 2 different groups with completely separate agendas and goals, which is why they can actually work and coexist together in the same universe.
Decimate opponent to look at an archer in cage. Take a look at what these two guys have done in AEW and Ring of Honor so far. What they've done individually. Now think about them as a tag team. You look at Brian Cage. Somebody that's just waiting. Spine buster from Cage. Swinging him at that Cage. The German suplex.
Dude, this match looks obviously choreographed as fuck. This is so blatantly fucking choreographed.
Fletcher, Konosuke to just the EW International Champion, and Lance Archer and Ryan Jakes as a tag team to utter dominance here.
I agree with you, Gruss. I agree with you. I think that's where you have the elite kind of, remember, the Young Bucks kind of remember who they are and why they started AEW in the first place, and they turned babyface to defend it against, Moxley, his crew, and Shane McMahon. I mean, we know, come on, Shane's gonna come up on camera on AEW at some point. Not tonight. This Friday on Rampage, pal. Whoop whoop. Hey, at least they built a Rampage. At least they said, "Hey, check out Ricochet in action on Rampage this Friday." Whoop whoop. I could, dude, in a weird way, if you can't get Shane McMahon, Jarrett would actually be a good replacement because he makes sense and he could pull it off. And here's something else you could even do. If I'm Tony Khan and I do end up going with Jeff Jarrett as the guy for that angle, I'm cracking open that Chuck book. I'm going, and I'm turning to Kurt Angle. How much will it take for you to be Jeff Jarrett's on-screen ally? And you guys are trying to take over the company. How much do I have to pay you? Name your price. Because you got that backstory with Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett. Now all of a sudden they're coming together to take over AEW. All right, I'm kind of, me personally, I'm kind of with that. Dude, and yeah, and basically Sting is like the Mr. Miyagi splinter of the AEW faction. And if he gets involved physically, that's when you know it's like, oh shit, pal. That's, I think we just saw Jeff Jarrett right there.
I known you, 20 years? We still live together because we couldn't afford to live on our own. And AEW came along. I know you see what's going on. I know you see what they're doing. And these guys, God bless them. I don't know if they can beat them. None of them ever have, but you have. It's about that time you step up.
Yeah, there's that Omega Mox sister there too.
Chuck Taylor, some hard words for Orange Cassidy. And Justin Roberts. Salt Lake City.
4 belts.
War for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
This has not been a bad episode of AEW Dynamite. Like, I mean, could we break this down? Could we punch it up and make it a little bit better? Sure, absolutely. But as far as, like, you know, the effort put in, they're doing a good job, in my opinion. Yeah, that's one of those things where Brody King should have kind of been like, okay, if what I'm about to say is going to cause some negative consequences, I probably shouldn't say it. One of the things being TK never sleeps. Yeah, that is hope was the floodgate for jokes. Yeah, he's got the best, you know, anti-sleep medicine. I agree with you, Gruss. I 100% agree with you. AEW or ROH should be the farm system for AEW. Like it gets its own TV, its own production, distribution, but it is a farm feeder system for AEW. Well, according to Vince Russo, he says that Bruce Pritchard told him that him and Vince McMahon used to partake in the booger sugar in the back of limos in the 80s. Oh shoot, I got somebody going through a table like the man hasn't been on for a minute. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is one of the things that like the AEW gets wrong. This match hasn't even gone for a minute, and someone's already gone through a table. True, for real. Thanks, Ronald Reagan, you son of a bitch. Dumping cocaine off and guns in the middle of inner cities, you bastard.
So close to the corner of those steps on that suplex that time. Well, Jericho knows what he's doing. I mean, he wouldn't.
True, and it's been a minute since we've seen Moxley and Omega, so it would actually feel fresh. And even more fresh with Omega being the baby face and Moxley being the heel.
And Mark Briscoe included. Mark Briscoe's participated in 5 of the 9 ever ladder war matches. And Mark Briscoe, he's won 3 of the 4, including before tonight. So Mark Briscoe has a massive track record in these ladder war matches. Well, Chris Jericho has wrestled in 13 ladder matches dating back to 94. He was considered a specialist in a ladder match, so I don't think he's afraid at all of a ladder match. He's been wrestling ladder matches for 30 years. But Jericho trying to position that ladder. Mark Briscoe. Right into Jericho's face. Maybe clipped him in the teeth. Yeah, or could put out an eye. Get the corner of that ladder. Oh, look out here. Mark Briscoe. He's going to be thinking, stage driller. Stage driller. Set of tables for Jericho. Jericho, though, holding on for dear life. Yeah, that would be curtains right there. Jericho hammering the legs of Briscoe. Getting Briscoe to go down at least to 1 in here. Oh, what shit. Mark Briscoe very heavy-handed. Jericho well acquainted with the threats of Mark Briscoe. And this ladder war, it's anything goes. There it goes. Look at this psycho. Yeah, what's he gonna do? And Mark Briscoe's the type of guy to do just it. Jericho. He found. Beard leaves that ladder for the remainder of the match. Take a look at the ladder. Wow. Here it is again. Boom. What we see on that ladder might be a visual representation of what's going on Mark Briscoe's spine right now. I don't know if fans at home can appreciate the impact right there. Unbelievable. Now Jericho's got a ladder. Jericho gonna make the ascent. Just grab the title right now. He's doing what Mark Briscoe should have done at the start of this match. One of the smaller ladders. You're going to have a big reach and stand up. Maybe you're on the top rung. We're not going to find out if Jericho can make the reach because Mark Briscoe, undeterred in the ring. You see he's wearing that t-shirt. Making it clear just how personal this match against Jericho is. These ladders are so unpredictable. They fall down. They flip-flop any which way.
Dude, to be fair, like actually turning the Elite babyface and having them feud with Moxie and the BCC wouldn't make that make sense.
Jericho looking confident, looking smug, I should say. And his plan has been working to perfection here. Just climb that ladder, get the belt, Chris. Let's not waste too much time here. Doing a lot of coaching up here, Matt Menard. Listen, for somebody that walked out on the Jericho Appreciation Society, seems to be carrying a lot of water for Jericho. Exactly. Listen, what? Yeah, relationships are all leaders. Boys, relationships are complicated, right? There's ups, there's down, you know. So I'll always have a soft spot for Chris Jericho. Okay, so the relationship up right now, what you're saying, look at what coming against till it comes to the. It's pretty mutual, the relationship, I'd say. Chris Jericho's a user. He's using you to put him over here on TV, to say good things about him, as long as the check clears. Wah-ha! Ha-ha! Right now, Jericho with the advantage on Mark Briscoe. Was busted open by that ladder being driven into his forehead. Jericho, the knife edge chops in the corner.
Yeah, I do agree Eddie Kings needs to be involved, but I think the dude's still hurt.
There we go. The only of the two men that's ever been in a ladder war.
Yo, what's up, Everbless? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop.
See the ladder sitting there. Holy smokes. Not so sure Briscoe did either, but was there. He certainly didn't. This guy's face has to be a mess.
Oh,
Look at that.
I missed that. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, bad camera work. Bad. Dude, for all the shit that Kevin Dunn gets from the IWC, he would know to direct his production crew to try to make sure that that doesn't get seen on camera.
Look at him. It's an exchange. Seems like to me that Mark Briscoe, once he is injured, draws on it. It's like it's puts him in his own, Tony.
Dude, yeah, I do agree with you on that, Gruss. Kevin Dunn is a legendary producer, and he gets a lot of unjustified hate. Is he a perfect human being? No. Has he made mistakes? Yes. Is a lot of the hate that's thrown his way unjustified? Yes. Yeah, for real. Like, go back and learn how to actually, do it your. Well, to be fair, if these are just regular production people who have no experience in the wrestling business, I can kind of understand how they don't really know what they're supposed to be doing. And that's where, AEW as a company fails on instructing and training these camera and production people on how to shoot and produce wrestling a show.
Of Jay Briscoe, Mark's late brother, who you see on the shirt of Mark Briscoe. That is what this match is about for Mark Briscoe. This has become so deeply, deeply personal.
Ooh, yeah, that was rough, pal. That was rough. Whoop, whoop.
When Mark Briscoe
You know what, Lad Brett? You know who I think is responsible and is the main source for all the Kevin Dunn hate? And again, this is my personal opinion based on the information and things that I have read. I think a lot of the Kevin Dunn hate comes from Jim Cornette that he disseminated through his buddy at the time, Dave Meltzer. Again, that's 100% my opinion.
This is about Jay Briscoe for Mark. This is about.
Dude, Labrat, that's a great idea. Like, you have some of those old school cameramen open up a school and teach how to shoot dude, that could actually be a class, pal. That could actually be a class. Especially with how camera work and production has evolved since then. And their experience and knowledge going through that would be invaluable for anybody starting in the business as a camera person. Four belts, pal.
All the blood that Briscoe has been losing. Look at the determination of Mark Briscoe. Is pounding the man. He's going back and forth. Absolutely unbelievable. And you see that ring of
This is awesome.
Salt Lake City, live on CBS AEW Dynamite. And what a Thursday night it's been here on Dynamite. And as you saw, we've still got a lot to go on. That's a game changer right there. Jericho 3 or 4 uncontested shots into the face of Mark.
Yeah, I really think the Cornette Meltzer relationship before they had a falling out, I think that had a lot to do that influenced a lot of Meltzer's writing. Again, 100% my opinion. I'm not stating that as a fact. I'm not stating that as a certainty. That's simply my own opinion and speculation based on what I have seen and read. That's good to hear, Gruss. Very good to hear that Booker T is teaching that. Because how many of these indie promotions are teaching that outside of Rocky Mountain Pro? Well, and Dynamo Pro, where I came up in. Because that, I learned a lot of that stuff when I came up at, in my company because we'd always teach, okay, look for the camera. And this is like the lowest of indie levels. Get me Brian Cage, pal. Or Brian Keith, sorry. And there's Rocky Romero. Whoop, whoop. Dude, how weird is it that, like, you can look at Rocky Romero and somebody will say, oh, you know he's in his 50s, right? And you'll be like, wait, what? Ooh, that table spot looks rough. You know what? I gotta say that's actually a good. Again, I don't know what's going through their heads, but again, seeing the wrestler mentality, I could see them realizing, okay, that table spot looked like shit. Hey, hit me with the J driller. Hit me with your brother's finish, then start climbing. But then, of course, now we have Big Bill running in and choke slamming him through a couple of tables strategically placed on the outside. So, yeah, this was definitely planned. Awesome. Glad to hear that. I'm glad Cody's teaching that. Like, that's not taught and, like, drilled into people's heads, enough early on. Like, dude, one thing I'll never forget when I came up in the business was I was always told, look for that red light, look for that camera, and sell into it. So we got a new Ring of Honor World Champion, Chris Jericho, which, to be fair, if you want to extend and keep this feud going, that's really the only thing you could do with that. Have Chris Jericho win and have Mark chase him and get it back. Okay, I like Ishii being the next challenger. Here's the problem. He came out the same night Jericho wins the title back. Okay, so if you have Jericho win the title, let him celebrate and win the title. And then next week, he holds like an even bigger celebration that Ishii crashes. Like, this is hot-shotting. This is straight-up hot-shotting right here. Whoop, whoop.
Is it getting up every time you're knocked down? Hitting back twice as hard? Is it defeating every that stands in your way? It's all these things.
We can argue all day about the execution on that decision, Gruss. But I personally believe that I think Tony Khan decided to put the ROH World title on Chris Jericho again to put more eyeballs on Ring of Honor. That's my opinion. I think that's why he did it. Whoop, whoop.
official for Fright Night Dynamite 1 week from tonight. Chris Statlander, Carmel, one-on-one in Cleveland, Ohio. We make our return.
Oh yeah, next week's like Sam Hain. Like, yeah, we got a Sam Hain episode of Dynamite. Yeah, pal. Whoop whoop. Get me Adam Cole, pal.
11 days ago at Wrestle Dream, MJF, he made a surprise appearance, but even more surprising was the appearance of this man, Adam Cole. And he made it clear that he had some very, very unfinished business with Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Yes, he did. There were a lot of people surprised that Adam Cole arrived.
Hold on, I gotta go own Dave Meltzer here real quick. Because he just laid one up that was super easy to knock out of the park. Like if I'm at the plate, Dave Meltzer just pitched me a slow right down the middle one for me to just knock out of the outfield. So I'm gonna do it for him.
Determination, perseverance by this young man. All the injuries he's had, and here he is back, looking great. Who's ready for story time? Oh! Oh! Hello! Oh no.
Hey, listen, I know last week you had to come out here and get some things off your chest about Max. I get it. But we know who Max really is.
Hang on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to find that tweet.
He's a manipulator, and he's a user. He used you. He used the Adam Cole brand to get something he's never had his entire career, and that was for the fans to actually care about him. And the fact that he didn't even check in on you once when you were injured. But guess who did? We did.
Adam, look. I know in Max's egotistical brain, he thinks this whole group was formed because of him. But this group, our friendship, it's always been way, way bigger than Max. We started this together. We're going to finish this together.
You have to admit, Robert Strong, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven,
A year ago, when you told us about this plan, we said yes before you finished your first sentence. Because this was never about Max. This was about us. This was about this. And when I think of some of my favorite moments in my career, hell, my life, it's been when we are all together. That's right. But hey, I just wanted to let you know something. Dude, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you for the fact that you worked your ass off this past year to come back from that serious ankle injury. But more important,
Sorry, guys. This is some ridiculous fucked up shit.
To finish what we started, and that's to take Max out together. And Adam,
Hey, yeah, pal.
I need you to know this. I want Max first.
So soft of a pop, pal.
Roddy, you are damn right. Because we are going to finish what we started one way or another, and I think maybe we should finish it tonight. So, Max, how about you come on down here and the four of us take turns giving you an undisputed axe whipping? You know, Max gonna walk into a 4-on-1 situation.
Oh gosh, that is so good.
I mean, I have just been so tense since Cole came back. Woo! Oh, did you see you there? Wow, Cole. I am so shocked you still want to get your hands on me. Who knew? Greedy, aren't you? Well, old friend, greed is a bottomless pit which exhausts the person in an endless effort to satisfy the need without ever reaching it. Remember that revenge I promised to dangle over your head? Guess greed has blinded you from the fact I'm literally telling you you won't ever get your hands on me. Unlike Natalia over here. Oh well, here's my count. Cole and Trailer Park Pal, whichever one of you wins 3 matches in a row first, I'll give you a match with Full Gear. Classic MJF Natalia, making people jump through hoops to get a match with me. So good. And to ensure that Mr. Cole can't assault me, I want just a little bit lower, baby. Lower, thank you. I won't be showing up in person until Full Gear. Gosh, I hope both you get the happy ending you're looking for. Lord knows I will. Oh, that's good, man. Mm-hmm. Challenge either Roderick Strong or the first man to 3 consecutive centuries will earn a shot at MJF.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, they're very confident.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I completely lost that whole Meltzer thing, but I'm sure it'll appear on CTM. Somebody else that's way smarter than I am will have put it together. Will have captured all that shit and sent it to Jeff. Whoop whoop, yeah, pal. Oh, dude, you know what's gonna happen, pal. Whoop whoop, yeah, pal. I think it's 4 belts, I think. All right, time to eat some of this delicious burger from a local joint called High Point Drive-In. Yeah, pal. Got it on sourdough, a double burger with an extra patty, so a triple burger, pal. And a little bit of extra ketchup. Make sure we use our Heinz ketchup packet. Sorry, Media M5. As much as we miss and love you, that's one thing you were wrong about, pal. Whoop, whoop. And God willing, I'd love for you to go like come back, just to come back and be like, no, because we want to see you again, pal. Much love. Whoop, whoop.
Jamie, are you really confused why I attacked you? Because unlike you, most of us have to work for our opportunities. Do you even know who my partner was in my last TV match? You. And you want to talk about backstabbing bitches. Well, you're the backstabbing bitch. I was out for
I slept on the floor. I had minus in my bank account.
Whoop whoop, pal.
Reasons why.
If it ain't greasy enough to turn that wrapper into a window pane,
20 drunk men for 20 quid.
it ain't worth your time, pal. Whoop whoop.
You can talk to me about not working hard for this.
Dude, Whataburger spicy ketchup. Dude, that shit's amazing. I was lucky enough to have it a few times. Holy shit, it's so delicious.
Surprise. You want to be
Thank God they got bought out by like a national
my victim.
chain and they're spreading throughout the rest of the country. Right now they're popping up in the Midwest. Like the closest one to me is in Kansas City.
Penelope Ford out of action.
Who we got, pal?
This is a trio tag team bout set for one fall. Say, wait a minute, Tanya. Introduce first at a total combined weight of 7.
Get me House of Black, pal.
Buddy Matthews, Rudy King, Ina Black. Oh, Black. Here we go indeed, Danny Mansion. The House of Black cut a very, very composing figure when you factor in the fact that they are former AEW World Trio Champions of very, very.
Wait, hold up. You can get boxes of spicy ketchup online? I'm looking that up as soon as we go off the air, pal. Squash match, pal.
This is their pants, baby. Could be. You hear the barks for the big man Brody King in the House of Black. What it will be. Their leader Malachi Black starting things off. Oh, the end came early. Oh, Malachi Black. See you later. And I believe that's Kevin Cohen inside the ring. Come on, guys, this is a good time.
Yeah, I live in Missouri. I'm looking up Whataburger right now. They're all like, Western Missouri, Southwest Missouri. Nothing in St. Louis, pal.
Legitimately frightening. You can't blame him. I mean,
Oh, yeah, no doubt, Gruss, especially since, one of the members of the House of Black is married to Rhea Ripley.
Brody can't step aside that corner. Oh no. Didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, mustard honey buddy, pal. Oh yeah, right. I totally forgot about that too. And Aleister Black is married to Zelina Vega.
No, that was straight to the point, wasn't it? Been thrown out.
So you have two interpromotional couples within the same factions.
Wow. We know officially for 1 week from tonight, Friday night, Dynamite, we return to Cleveland, Ohio. It will be former AEW World Champion
Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. And Buddy Matthews, Buddy Murphy, and Rhea Ripley, who's kind of feuding with New Day. That's kind of murky, but dude, that's kind of one of those things where like interpromotional shit would actually make stories better.
What's your reaction?
You know what? Let me go ask him. Let me go ask.
Whoop whoop, yeah, pal.
You calling me out, huh? What, you got some sort of problem with me? Nothing? Nothing else to say? Just gonna call me out? What's the deal? For 1 point. And what's that? What's your fragile? Buddy Matthews, the challenge made, and the mental chess started well earlier than tonight from the House of Black.
Oh yeah, definitely not forgot that, pal.
Football with a 20-minute time limit. Being accompanied by the TBS champion Mercedes from North Carolina.
6 belts. All right, so this is the total Camille showcase match. This should not go longer than 2 minutes.
No question about it. Been running through everybody. Feels like she needs to take that shortcut for some reason. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with having a little insurance, right, guys? I don't know about that.
Oh, dude, no doubt that, bro. Like he was clearly like a jilted lover responding to all those posts. Basically, like, hey, I'm her real husband, right? Hey, everything you see on TV is a story, but I'm her real husband. Like, it's clear that's what he's trying to get across.
The CEO was expecting when Hump out a challenge.
Oh yeah, dude, the open fight nights were fun. I remember those.
Still the TV champion, but we never know. Maybe the most improved lady on the roster. Shows it's a big smile on her face, but that smile changed when she walked to the ring after she got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some of this burger, pal. This looks delicious. Whoop whoop.
Just that time and a one.
Yeah, I know, right? One night a month. Open fight night. You got an issue? Call somebody out, settle it in the ring. Whoop whoop. I'm with that, pal.
I was saying earlier, though, Camille, she hasn't seen anybody fight back like this. That's saying something. We have an honor. Camille, though, still a handful of hair, bringing Amanada up to her feet and sending her. Yikes.
Yeah, that sounds about right, pal. Hold on one sec, gang.
Top turnbuckle pad because there is a very heavy steel turnbuckle underneath. That padding does very little to protect you.
That's for sure. You get your face smacked in there. Sometimes you end up looking like Mark Briscoe.
That was a cheap shot. Still carrying Chris Jericho's
No, yes.
Chris Jericho's water boy over here to our right. Just because I'm the job on Rampage doesn't mean you have to.
The man's done a lot for me.
Yeah. Name. Go ahead. We're waiting.
Okay, I'm going back and something I missed during Moxley and Cruz pre-tape video that they were referred to as the Death Riders instead of the Blackpool Combat Club. So if they're actually changing their name and changing their mission, all right, I'm with that. Yeah, 100%. They at least built up to those matches and they made sense.
And the crowd coming alive between them and Nana. Neckbreaker. And concerned next on the face of the CEO, Mercedes Moné. Side of her head. And Camille in the most trouble. So close. Wow. Yeah, you're sweating all right. And now body lock attempted by Queen Aminata. Again, the strong leg we talked about, and that's why Camille was working on the knee early on. Look at this right here, all that pressure being applied. The shoulders, the neck area. Look at the left hand. That left hand looks like it wants to tap. Oh, whoa, she's on Camille. Very nearly reversed it, and now Aminata. Look at this, almost a dragon sleeper.
All right, so unless I'm wrong, I think we are at 6 belts. I'm not completely sure. I'm kind of fucked up, guys. I apologize.
Pressure on the neck. Great escape. What?
Dude, who knows where they are at this point, pal? Who knows?
Fireworks are going to come next week when Camille faced Chris Stanley.
Whoop, whoop.
The swing and the miss, Camille. Down up and the backbreaker. Look at the power. Tony could this win. It might be. The backbreaker. Oh my God.
Always ready. Get me Matt Cardona, pal.
And look at Mercedes. She's on the road. Well, Mercedes feeling like the type of tenacity of Queen Aminata, maybe disrespectful. It's impressive, though, for sure. But, oof. The green went down the road to the beach at the same time. And next week, Camille now can turn her attention to Chris.
Not a bad match. It just kind of felt like this was too soon for Camille. Like if Camille's wrestling matches, she should be plowing through local talent instead of having like semi-competitive matches with Queen Aminata here trying to build.
Even though she's outnumbered, no hesitation to get in the ring and to stare. I don't know if she looked at Mercedes. Stanley was afraid of no one. Mercedes, watch. She's from behind. expect is going to happen here? Come on. As soon as Statlander turned her back, Camille seizing on the opportunity. And in the ring, the match gets right on Statlander. Yeah, you can do a victory shot now if you want. Next week, it's going to be, I know it's dynamite, but it's going to be a massive collision between two of the strongest in the women's division. Right tonight, dynamite. Right now, let's take a look backstage outside the
Yeah, I agree with that, Gruss. They shot themselves in the foot with the booking and created for Camille as soon as she showed up, almost. Maybe a month or so after, but it didn't take them long.
Well, Kip Sabian, he's been trying to get the attention of Christian Cage for months now, and it seems like he finally has it. Yeah, he did. Christian Cage said, "You're not getting your hands on this contract." He, of course, has that contract that he can write anything.
No, unfortunately, there is no such thing as booking big men and women equality. Because it ain't real. Fuck it. Now, do you have a few women who are big enough and muscular enough who can cross over and believably compete with men? Yeah, absolutely. And Tony Khan has a couple on his roster. Of course, there's no way he's using them right. Get me the patriarchy, pal. Smoky Toki time. 1 sec, gang. Turning the fan on. Send Hook, pal. Okay, so Hook named Christian Cage and the patriarchy as the ones who attacked his dad, Taz. All right, that's one way to, put him in a feud with them, I guess. Swerve, bro. Swerve, bro. Do you know what? A guy whose first name is Wayne and his finisher is called Wayne's World. You know what? I can't complain with that. Like, you're automatically over with me, pal. Just based on that. Fans on, pal. Yeah, pal, Mama Wayne will always go over with me as well, pal. Giggity, giggity, whoop, whoop. Damn, that was some good smoky dokey, pal. And just a reminder for y'all, as soon as Dynamite goes off the air, the party ain't gonna stop. We keeping it going at twitch.tv/LG Brandon whoop whoop with some old school retro gaming. Yeah, pal. A permanent part of every Wednesday evening. Giggity, giggity, whoop whoop. Yeah, pal. Yeah, pal, gam, whoop whoop. Tonight, I'm not 100% sure what I'll be playing, but I'm kind of leaning towards some OG Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars, pal. So that should be a fun one. Whoop whoop. That was the first Mario game I ever played where Bowser was a babyface. Yes, spoiler alert, in Super Mario and Legend of the Seven Stars, Bowser is a babyface. He's a playable character working alongside Mario. Because they realize they have a common enemy and have to work together against it. Never got to play that one, but that looks like it could be entertaining. Dude, Gam, for that particular game, they actually did a good job making sense of Bowser being a babyface and a playable character and part of the team. Like, they actually did a good job of making sense of that. And they even wrote the story of Mario being a bro and being like, okay, I know I need you and you need me. So for to help you out, Bowser, this is Mario doing this for Bowser. I will make it look like I came to you for help and needed you, and that's when we joined forces. Dude, that's good writing. Oh, dude, 87. So you know what's up, pal. You know what's up, pal. Dude, I remember playing those late 80s Duck Hunt, Donkey Kong, you're going up those ramps, those barrels are flying at you. Dude, not one Don Stevens appearance tonight. I'm shocked and pleased. Yeah, that's not so fun. That makes me sad. That makes me really sad, Gam. Like, I want to see real Bowser, like a Mario fictional Bowser beat the shit out of real Bowser. That would make me happy. Fuck you, Muriel Bowser. Fuck you. Nice. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Whoop whoop. Dude, they did, and that's when Sega was at their best. That was when Sega was at their best, like when they were trying to be different from Nintendo. And then eventually, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, Sega gave up and decided, you know what? Instead of being like our own platform, we'll just license out content to other platforms. I'm with you, Gam. I'm with you, Gam. I'm with you. Like I've heard the horror stories about Muriel Bowser. And let's just say if I had my way, if I was calling the shots, she wouldn't be having a good time. I'll put it to you that way. Because I believe in justice. However, I can't really say what that vision of justice is because I don't want to hurt the HMG channel. And it looks like Don Stevens is struck tonight, pal. No problem. We'll get this fixed. We'll get this straightened out. Whoop, whoop. Unless, of course, Don Stevens runs up all the way up to flagpole. So that communist cum dumpster Harris.
Will John Moxley, if he shows up tonight, we got a game waiting for him right now. John Silver, a pair of nunchucks. Why not? Well, it seemed like almost everybody there was on, but inside the ring, suddenly fired a private party. Circuit party.
All right, we're covered, pal. Looks like we are at 6 belts now. I think.
They're able to turn a match on a dime. As Garcia, that neck, which was injured months ago, now at the mercy of Jeff Perry. Meanwhile,
yeah, like that built-in DVD player, that was kind of a game changer. Like, hold on, wait a minute. I got a video game system that's also a DVD player, so I don't have to buy a DVD player? Okay, yeah, I'll get that. Yeah, like that was a huge game changer. Like, people kind of sleep on how big of a game changer that was for like video game systems. Yeah, I play video games. Oh yeah, and I play DVDs too.
this trio of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, Jack Perry.
Yeah, go away, Don Stevens. But to be fair to Dairy Queen, if you get it fresh, it's pretty tasty. If you get some fresh Dairy Queen stuff, it tastes pretty nice. Dopest dishwater, Danny Garcia, pal.
Telling Jack Perry, for all his bravado and what he's become in the ring, it's like a spoiled.
Yeah, I know, for real.
The kid can go. And remember too,
How many times did the roster come out tonight? For real. That's where you need the writing. Because writers are going to look at that and go, what the fuck? No, fix that. Dark Order. Yep.
Trying to wear energy as possible. Honestly, looking for right there. Just expend the energy and now it's getting a little heated. They're trying to force Quinn.
Yeah, this main event's a complete nothing burger unless something happens at the conclusion of it.
Pearls spent a lot of money on them just to toss them aside like that.
Yeah, that was one of those really weird things with the Nintendo.
John Moxley, sure. Sterling Hathaway. We're going to touch on this in a moment.
Yeah, Deke.
We are live for AEW.
At least in some of their markets, DQ knows what they're doing. They're doing a good job with it. And some of them, like Lab Rats, unfortunately, they're not doing a great job. Whoop whoop.
Whiplash on that neck. Remember, it was Daniel Garcia. He was trying.
I could definitely see that, Gruss. 100%. Like, for some reason, like anytime I've stopped at a food place in Texas, I've always enjoyed it. However, like DQ seems to be kind of unique where it's like not just Texas, but like any small Midwestern DQ, like Midwest town DQ you stop in is always going to be a great one. And for some reason, from like 7 to 9 at night, they're always busy.
just tonight, but in the weeks leading up to this match.
Looking sign for a little smoky toki here in a little bit. Whoop whoop.
Still in this match.
Thank you, game. Sorry about that. I'll go redo it and start over. Dude, Lab Rat, seriously, if you ever get the chance, come out to the Midwest and experience a small Midwest town DQ. Like, I words can't do it justice. It's something else. It's really something. It really is something else. It's welcoming. It tastes great. They do such a good job to take care of you. They make you like, dude, like you have to come out and check it out. Yeah, dude, Gross, those are delicious as well. Late night Whataburger and Jack in the Box. However, as like having worked at a Jack in the Box, you know, at closing time, my personal rule of thumb is I don't show up there and out like, okay, say they close at 1 a.m. The cutoff is 12 a.m. If it's 12 a.m., I ain't showing up because I know they want to go home and get their shit done.
Garcia and Party. Let's hear for the kids. Perseverance and determination. What a win. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Like, dude, I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. There's something special about a Midwest, like, you know, after dinner Dairy Queen run. I can't explain it. I don't like, in a weird way, like living it, I get it, but I can't explain it.
Wait. You won a trios contest. Your butts. Wait. That's you guys.
Dude, Lab Rat, do you know who's actually Vince Russo, who came up with the name Generation Me, because he kind of, like, as soon as he started working with the Young Bucks, he knew and understood who they were and got the characters. Like, all right, let's make it a gimmick. Because he recognized them as like the California selfish douches they kind of were. Dude, I need to move to Texas, pal. That sounds awesome. Oh, yeah, for real. Like, I've never had a bad time in Texas with food. Never had a bad time in Texas with food. Never.
It's Marina Shafir, but Shafir by himself.
You know what? That's true. In a weird way, in a weird ass way, like the more run down a hole in the wall restaurant looks like, the better the food tastes. And even better, you're not sick afterwards. Because you know it's real shit made by real people. Dude, one weird thing that Russo has always been accurate on is predicting the trends of wrestling and where the wrestling business is going to go and how like the ratings and numbers are going to go. And he's been spot on. Like he's been spot on. Like I'll never forget how he has said like, okay, based on how this Raw went, okay, here's how the ratings breakdown of the show is going to go. And then the ratings are released a couple of days later, and it goes exactly how like he predicted it.
Should we go? We got the doctor out here. Look at the face of Orange Cassidy. There is nothing.
Dude, there is nothing like stopping at like authentic places. Nothing like it, man. That beats all of the chains. All the national chains, like the authentic mom and pop hole in the wall places, those are the best.
The medical staff thankfully close at hand to give Chuck Taylor the attention that he deserves. Fans, we will provide you with updates.
Give me the best barbecue, pal.
As we are able to.
Yeah, again, that's another one of those things where it's like, okay, like overall, that's a good idea. But as far as executing it, okay, no, that's not a good idea. All right, gang, that's going to do it for us tonight for the AEW Dynamite Watch-Along. Our schedule for this week's will be a little bit weird, a little bit different. Tomorrow night, we got HMG After Dark. Not sure what we're doing yet, but I will post it tomorrow morning. And then, of course, make sure you check out Friday Locker Room, Black and White. And then Friday morning, Friday Locker Room. And then it'll be a very, very late start. 1.25 times watch along of SmackDown watch along on Friday night. Saturday, we're doing TNA Impact watch along replay. And of course, make sure you check out Smack Attack with our boys Jimmy T and John Enright. Saturday night, we will be doing the I'm sorry, I messed that up. Yeah, I told you about Saturday night. And then Sunday night, we'll be doing sorry guys, I'm drawing a blank. It's been a long day. Saturday night, we'll be doing a replay watch along of Bound for Glory. And of course, make sure you check out The Wreckage with our boys Jimmy T and DeVette. And then, of course, Monday is the Impact Attack. So yeah, much love, guys. Yeah, they're clearly building up to the Elite turning babyface and being the saviors of the company against the BCC and John Moxley and his crew. And of course, you can always check me out on Twitter /X, as the kids call it, at LG Brandon Whoop. I'm actually about to go live here. LG Brandon Whoop Whoop on Twitch.tv. And of course, Substack, HMG Brandon. So I hope you guys have a great night. We'll catch you tomorrow. Much love. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, pal. Giggity, giggity.